So, Inna Levinson, I was gonna do this just to lighten the mood. Come on. Enough.
Thank you.
Thank you. So Inna Levinson is a Ukrainian artist living and working in Berlin. Is that about right?
That's right.
That's right, so far so good. She holds a Master of Fine Arts from the University of Arts in Berlin. Previously, she studied in Prague, both at the Academy of Fine Arts and the Academy of Arts, Architecture and Design.
How do you know?
It's all up here. Her works have been shown, amongst others, last year in a solo show at Circle Culture Berlin, at Alush Gallery. Is that the way to pronounce that? Alush? New York. 10 Huff Projects, Amsterdam. Meat Factory, Prague. And was also part of the 2008 Moscow International Biennial for Young Art. This exhibition, In Your Face, this is the title.
Yes.
These paintings, which I think we've only got one in this frame, are the result of an intensive investigation of reality, of our reality, let's say, shaped by new technologies. A conversation held between screen and canvas. In her works, the artist uses fragmentary references to digital phenomena, scientific knowledge and philosophical perspectives in order to question the substance of reality in the age of digital transformation. These works show almost surreal scenes, yet they derive directly from the conventions of digital imagery. Inna Levinson, welcome.
Welcome.
Welcome. So let's start with a couple of questions about the work here. Okay. The materials you use for canvas in your paintings are quite prominent. How did you end up using such thick canvas? How did you arrive at this point?
I don't remember how it started, actually by accident. I was looking all the time for some very raw material to have this pixel effect on my pictures, to combine this with digital work which I did before. So I started with digital collage, which I translate to canvas, and I like this structure. And I like this structure which reminded me, it was actually by accident. I did it and then I saw, oh, it reminds me of pixel, so I continued, and I like it so much because I have so many possibilities to work in this technique. I can let transparent parts on the canvas, I can cover with a lot of oil painting, and I still go on with the experiments, so it's not finished yet.
Cool. So it was a complete accident when you started painting there, and the way the paint remained on there, revealing this pixel texture, was actually a happy accident, in a way.
Yes.
That's cool. I like that. Your work deals with the digital culture, and hence visually also has a strong digital feeling. How did you become so fascinated with this theme? Do you have a personal interest in technology, or are you rather adopting or picking up the visual aesthetics that surround us every day?
It's all together. I like everyone today. I'm interested in. I'm as an artist. I'm interested in visual information, and all the day. It's not non-stop visual information for all of us, I guess. And most of pictures are digital. We see the world through mobile phones.
So many flies.
Not because of us.
We're really big with flies and insects.
Yeah,
they love
it's summer. It's Berlin and it's summer. So.
They've been looking all week. They actually look after hours as well.
You can cut them out after.
Yeah, I edit.
As I'm post-internet generation.
Post-generation.
Post generation. Yeah, that's why I don't think about how does it come. It just happens. I don't know.
I guess it's hard not to somehow reference these things because, like you say, they're here right now. I'm using the screen to.
Yeah, because it doesn't remind me of questions, right?
Yeah, but yeah, I think it's become so ubiquitous that we don't see it anymore. You know, we don't consider that perhaps. Well, no, I mean like the screens that we look at. It's become so normalised that we don't think we're holding a computer. We're just, checking up on a friend or finding where the restaurant is. But these images are literally flashing in our eyes 1,000 times a day, and so it makes sense that. Yeah, these images are. It's influencing your work. This is an interesting question, I think.
Let's see.
Let's see. How does your work relate to sexuality? Considering not only this painting here, for example, which I find really funny because a lot of people look at this and think. Oh, I like the cat painting.
Yeah.
Or I like the hamster. That's a funny hamster. And it's like, wow, it's really.
Yeah,
it shocks me that people can't see this very obvious outline of. Well, no, it's not so obvious. It's hidden, let's say. But also in previous works which show outlines of human bodies in positions that can be recognised as sexual. How does this? Could you talk a bit more about this side of your work?
Yeah, I can talk about this because people already asked me about that. Some people, I don't know. For me, so I don't use that much bodies in my paintings. I have only maybe 3-4 times something with the human body. Actually, in my world, which I paint, people don't have a place, so they shouldn't be there. But sometimes I like to play this game with ironic, with the forms which have double meanings. And some people see some pornography, and other people see something funny. I take this sexuality more like with the humor, so it's not provocative, and it shouldn't be sexy. It's erotic. It's like it's fun. It's like here's actually for me it's also a face, like half both together. It's not it's not about porn at all. It's my humor.
And I think this was a great example of that, because the amount of people that have stared at this and stared right at this hole here and gotten really close and looked at the silver logo. And they're literally staring at a symbolic arsehole, and people walk away not necessarily knowing that explicitly. They just enjoy the shape and the form, and I think there is some kind of little playfulness in there somewhere.
It is. Yeah. I take it with the humor. I told you already. It's about like something. It's. This sexuality, but combined with this something cute and with a pink color all together. This is what I like to present.
Yeah, I mean, when I was like, I found this one the most sort of engaging somehow, long term, and I sort of decided that this was like a sort of capture the moment of a sort of some sexual encounter. Like it's got all of this sort of imagery, and when you're in a perhaps sexual moment, there's no particular outlines, it's just kind of perhaps colour and shapes.
Yeah,
this for me was like, I think I was, not necessarily exactly there, but somewhere around.
Some people don't recognize at all what's inside the painting, especially when they have these outlines. Some people are looking at what's behind, so they don't see the outlines. It's really strange how people watching at paintings. It's funny.
And I also noticed that use the background of the form in the middle to bring it to the foreground, which I found. It's like this one's you can see it on the website. It's not pictured in this frame, but yeah, it's a selfie, right? This picture. Not more or less, like
It's
it's
also
based
a
on
hidden object. I like to hide some forms and meanings in my pictures. Sometimes I even don't say what's there. I also don't have title for my paintings. And this is, I have in my new works, I have very often this theme with the selfies. So it's also one with the hidden face. And on the first view, you don't recognize some actual abstract form. Only when I say there's a face, people say, "Oh yeah." Look.
Yeah, and I think that's true of a lot of your paintings. That you do see the forms and the shapes and the colours, and then perhaps later on there might be a suggestion of something recognisable. I didn't know there was a face there for.
I like the idea that
weeks.
only I know what's there and people don't know.
Yeah.
I feel better then.
Oh, I see. But yeah, going back to my original thing for this, it's just I found it interesting technique-wise that you use the background of the canvas to bring the face into the foreground. You know, like the face on this one seems to be the most prominent thing in some way, but it is actually using the background texture. I found that quite interesting, personally. Anyway, you did actually mention your titles a moment ago. You always title your pieces with what seems to be a code, which reveals maybe the date in which the piece was made. Can you please explain to us how you give the name to your pieces? Because there's some initials there, and is this a code that only you can decipher?
Of, yes, I have to give titles. Without titles at all doesn't work, because I need to sometimes list the works or whatever. Or I have to communicate and there has to be a title, but I don't give a title in this way that I call the painting that this is this and that. I don't want to give people an idea what's in the painting, so they have to think about this by themselves. This title is a abbreviature with, I don't say what it is, it's my,
wow.
Yeah, it's a secret. It's only for me.
I'm just going to try and find an example just so people listening can see, at least hear what this might look like. Hold on a second. So let's have a look. What's this one called? Yeah, so D/, I guess that's the size, and then ROBR.
Yes, there's a size, and then this is what it is.
Size and the year is the only thing I can recognise, but everything else, mystery.
It's enough.
Mystery.
Yeah, mystery. It's only for me that I can understand what I did.
Okay. So you're in the middle of this process at the moment of perhaps what this exhibition is presenting at the moment, between digital images that we experience every day and the traditional medium of painting. Where do you see your work heading? Do you see that you're going to be, is there a lot more to explore in this, or do you see it heading in any particular direction?
I cannot tell you about what will happen, how should I know? I cannot even know if I'm middle in the process or if I'm in the beginning or in the end. Nobody knows, so I just continue like I always do.
Yeah.
No idea what will happen later.
Exciting.
But it's endless. This is what I know for sure. It doesn't have end, because I have so many ideas right now, and I make always experiments on new technique in this way. So it continues.
And I think that's worth noting actually, is that you are very prolific in your work. You make a lot of work, a lot of experimentation. And I think you can feel that in this work. You can feel that there's been a lot of work to get to this stage where you've explored certain techniques, and it's at a point where you can present it and share it with us. And I think, it's worth noting how much work you do. It's impressive. So, just to wrap things up, because we want to keep it short, fresh, not too long, short form is what we call it in the trade.
So we have finished?
Almost. In 3 words, Inna Levinson, what's next for you?
In art?
Just 3 words generally.
Maybe
3 words. That's the challenge.
Holidays. One.
Holiday.
Yeah, summer and sea.
Summer holiday, no, summer sea holiday.
Okay.
Summer sea
Agree.
holiday. Yes?
Agree, yeah. It'd be nice right now when we have quarantine and all this.
I think even the flies sat down. I think they're all sitting at the front here now. Just down there.
Only you see the fly.
I don't know. That's hilarious. Only you see the fly. But anyway, thank you so much for chatting to us.
Oh! Thank you.
Yeah.